Hello! So, a long time no see. I don't even know. I don't have an excuse for it. I just haven't been posting. I feel bad. It's been awful. But here I am, back trying to post a little bit more. So, this video we're gonna go over event I did in March. I know, a little ways away. But I did this event in March. It is actually QuadCon. So this is my first time doing a QuadCon. They're actually a con that goes like from different places and they do events. And this one was here in Omaha. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. So this one was also at the Oakview Mall. If you see my last video, that was at the Oakview Mall, but this was in a different spot. This was downstairs in one of the like little building like areas. So yeah, I ended up getting that spot there. And it was a huge space, like big space for me. So I had to like spread my table out and like I did early setup, so I didn't show any like videos or pictures of that. But I did early setup and I had the two tables that it came with. Or no, the two tables I brought. Because you had to bring your own tables. So I brought those two tables and realized that's not enough space. I need more to spread out. So I ended up bringing a third table the next day, and I ended up just making it work and spreading it out really far, and it ended up turning out really nice. Like, I really love the setup. So yeah, we're gonna go into the little clips I have from the event, and then I'll come back and give a breakdown and talk to you about how it all went. So see you after the clips. Here's my table setup. I had a big space this time, so I spread out as much as I could. This is my big table, including the long Furbies. So, we're kind of at a slow point now, so I can kind of give you a little update of what's going on. Sorry the lighting's so bad. I didn't realize how, like, bad it is. I'm kind of sneak talking because there's still people out. It's kind of, oh, hey. Rose up a little bit, but it is going pretty well. We have still about 2 hours left, and I forgot to update it, but I sold out of all my chickens, so I might make some chickens tonight, so I have some for tomorrow. But yeah, it's going good so far. Alright, so here is my setup for day 2. I forgot to record yesterday. I just went home. But I have a lot of the octos left. They have not been selling as well as they normally do. The betas have been doing pretty good. Honestly, the chickens probably were the best. I sold all 12 of them within like the first half of the show. I ended up making 8 more, but I only have 3 finished. I have some bodies I need to put together still. A lot of the little $5. I discounted the snail to 5 because I want to get rid of him. And then I have both the hermit crabs still. And then I have my possums. And then the baby possums aren't selling as well as they normally do, but that's okay, then I'll have them for my next event. And then I also have only 3 rats left. I sold all the gray ones. I have a good amount of Pokemon left still. Still 2 Perrys, which is a surprise, and 2 Patricks. And then I finally got the pots for my potted guys because I forgot them yesterday. And I put out the cats. And then I still have all the long Furbies. And then I still have all the $50 ones. I feel like he might go home at some point soon. Somebody's gonna want him. But yeah, hopefully today goes just as well as yesterday. We'll find out. Here's a look of what the booth looks like at the very end. A lot of the betas sold. I only have 3 left. A lot of the little guys sold today, so that's kind of nice. I did add a little hat to my toad. I think I might do that to the other ones as well. Somehow my eye went missing in my sign. I don't know if it was there earlier, but I swear it was because I can't find it anywhere. And then the little baby possums actually did really well today. I only have 3 of the pastel ones left. I still have a bunch of the other ones, but they ended up going pretty well today. I still have a good amount of possums and still the 3 rats. And then I do have very sparse of the Pokemon left because they went pretty well. And then only a few of the potted guys. So yeah, today went pretty well. This table got looked at, but nobody bought. But that's okay. The Furbies are all still here. So that's okay. I still love them. Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those clips because you got to see how it was all set up and how the tables looked. So as you can see, I had those 3 tables set up, and I love how I set up the little Octo guy, the Octo Dad with his babies, and then all the little $5 guys underneath. That was an amazing idea. I am definitely going to have to do that more often because it turned out really, really good. So, what I did. Let's see. Let's go into what I sold. So it was a Saturday-Sunday event. So it was only a 2-day event. And like I said, it was in the Oakview Mall. So it was in the mall, same mall. So we're going to go through some of the things that I sold and what did really well. The claw machine, I did 22 plays on the claw machine. So that's pretty good. I did 20 on the Saturday and only 2 on the Sunday. So Saturday was definitely a claw machine day. But it was fun to kind of interact with people and get them to play it and kind of talk with people. I got to talk with a lot of people because a lot of people were going through. This is the first time I actually had my Furbies, my long Furbies, and I loved having them there. It kind of traumatized some people because they'd see it and go, "Oh, Furbies, no, not for me." And then others would go, "Furbies, I love Furbies." Nobody took them home, but they got a lot of attention. So I'm really excited on how much attention they got. Hopefully that means that they'll do well at other events. It just wasn't this event. But going on to how things sold. So the baby possums usually do amazing, but I only ended up selling, let's see, I sold 9 the first day and then 16 the second day. So I didn't sell a whole lot, but I still sold a good amount. I still have tons left though, so that's a plus. Always good to have extras left. Pokemon did really well. I sold 13 Pokemon and only sold like 8 of the characters. So at this event, Pokemon sold better than characters do. Which, it's a hit or miss whether they do or not, but this one definitely was. And then, if you saw, I did make an anglerfish, and I sold him. I was really excited that it went to a good home. It was the last sale I did. It was like just before I was packing up, like almost ready to pack up, and then they're like, anglerfish. I need this. Buying it now. No hesitation, just immediate this. So they must have gone through at some point and seen the anglerfish and was like, "I'm coming back for that bad boy." And then they're like, "I need to come back for him." So they ended up coming back and buying him. So glad he went to a good home. I loved making the anglerfish because I love that little underbite thing he has. It's just amazing. So overall, let's see, on the Saturday, I ended up selling 83 plushies, and on the Sunday, I sold 43. So I sold about half of what I sold, like half of it on the Sunday. So Sunday was definitely a little slower. So I sold 126 plushies in total, which that's still a lot of plushies, but that's not even all of what I had. I had probably like, I want to say close to 300. I'm not 100% sure on how many I had, but I had a good amount of them. So that might have been like not quite half of what I had. But that's okay because they still sold really well. I'm still happy with that. And I definitely think that like the claw machine did best. Chickens. Okay, let's talk chickens. This is the first time I had chickens too, and chickens went like that. Like everybody wanted a chicken. I pretty much sold out of all the chickens on Saturday. I made 12. Sold all 12. So then I made, I think, 6 more I got done, I believe. And I sold 2. And I still have 4 left, which they sold in every color. Like, I had the blue chickens, I had the brown chickens, white chickens. I had another color chicken, didn't I? I think I had another light brown chicken. But they sold. Everybody wanted a chicken, which amazing that the chickens do well, because I was unsure if chickens would do well. I really wanted to do chickens just because I love chickens. So I was like, maybe I'll do chickens. And then it's like, they took off. And the chicken pattern actually was, like, I looked at different chicken patterns and I did not like how they looked. So I kind of just free-handed my own version. And it turned out great. I'm pretty excited about that. I like how the tail turned out, and I might do a video on how I make it, but there's so many chicken like patterns out there, so I may not, just because it's similar to other chicken patterns, but not quite. But other than that, I did really well. I was so excited about how well I did. I sold a lot of things. A lot of plushies went to good homes, and I'm super excited for that. So, in total, how much I made. So, this does not include, like, the fees, and it does not include any of the how much it costs to go to the event, how much the table cost, or even, like, the product cost. It's just flat out how much money came in. So, in total, it was $13.40. So, that is pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm glad that I made over what I was hoping. I was hoping I'd get at least to the 1,000 point, because that's always like, woo, good event. Especially for a 2-day event, you know, getting over that point is awesome. So, yeah, I got over that point and even more than that. And I didn't even get to, like, look around that much. I got to look around, like, in my little room. So I got to see a couple people around me, but not a whole lot. And it was good because I had no crocheters in the room with me. Because when I did the event, I made sure to mark down on my thing that I'd rather not be next to other crocheters. Just because I didn't want to conflict with them. Because whenever you're in the same room with another crocheter really close, it always feels like you're competing too much. And I don't want to compete with other crocheters. I want to enjoy their crochet and them to enjoy mine. Because usually we're doing different things. And I just really like the idea of, like, sharing and talking about crochet. It's one of my favorite things to do. So being in direct competition, it sucks. It really does. So it was nice to be a little bit further away from the other crocheters. I know there were other ones there. I kind of glanced at a couple, but I really didn't get to look at very much at all, because as soon as I got there, it was like, there, open, selling immediately. But I did have some comic book guys on this side. I had some people selling some memorabilia, comic books, cards on this side, a 3D printer, and then another, like, action figure seller just a little further in. So it was a nice little variety, but it kind of fit really well because I did crochet. So I had plushies and stuffies. So they kind of all merged together. So I was really excited about it. And honestly, the space was huge. I didn't even use all the space that they allowed for me to use. I did what I could. And then the comic book guy on this side, he ended up spreading out and kind of merging over. And I'm like, yes, please take up some of that space, because I can't do it because I don't have enough tables. And honestly, I didn't think I'd get that big of a space, but I was so happy I did. All in all, it was an amazing event. Sorry for talking nonstop. Oh, I actually ended up doing an interview with the group called Behind the Glass Art Therapy. And they came through and were coming through talking to all the different artists and asking about doing trades while talking to them about how art and therapy go hand in hand. And honestly, that's an amazing thing to do. I love what they're doing, how they're talking about stuff like that. And I was really excited to do an art trade with them. So they came through and they had a bunch of original artworks and asked if I wanted to trade anything for them. So I started shifting through like all their art, and one piece stood out to me. Like, look at him. Look at how amazing he is. I love him. I love him. So I was so excited to do a trade for this guy. There was no doubt in my mind it was 100% going to be him. 100%. So I ended up actually trading to get him for some of my baby tacos. And I was so excited. I was like, I want it. What do you want to trade? What does your heart desire? And they chose tacos, and I was like, tacos it is. No problem. I don't mind. I want this. So I ended up getting that, and I was so excited. The other thing I ended up getting at the event was actually I ended up talking with the comic book person next to me, and they had a couple of their own art pieces, art prints out, and I was super excited because I saw this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I was so excited for this. And I even got them to sign their name on it. So I was like, yes, please. I will get this print because I am a sucker for artists. Like, I love seeing different art styles and people using their art and doing art. It is my favorite thing. So I'm a sucker for artist alleys. And considering I was stuck in such a small area with like no arty people around me that much, when I see art, I was like, give me the art. Every event I go to, I have to almost buy one art thing. Usually at least one, if not more. But yeah, I was so excited for it. And honestly, the people that were coming through here and the other people that were selling were amazing. I met so many amazing people, and I honestly can't wait to do it again. I'll probably do it again next year. It comes back around, but when it comes back around, I'm actually going to be doing an event in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So hint, hint, I'm doing an event in Sioux Falls. So I'm going to actually have to post on like events I have lined up because it's a lot. At least most of them. I still have some that aren't confirmed, but I have a lot confirmed. So I'm going to have to show you all that I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned for those. I still have one more market video that I'm trying to work on to finish, and that's for CompiCon. Hopefully I'll get that done really soon because I'm trying to crank these guys out so then I can get on to like the new ones that are coming, because I'm going to be doing market after market soon. And I really want to get these videos out for you guys so you guys can see how the markets are doing and how I'm doing at them. And I want to share with you how amazing it is. And I just want to tell you guys thank you for hanging out with me. And, you know, you're so amazing. I really am so excited to be doing this and to actually be getting into this, like, full force into this art stuff. And thank you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.